Indonesia Tzu Chi volunteers deliver care packages to residents affected by the epidemic. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital staff brings desserts to Jing Si Abode. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Indonesia, there's a large gap between the rich and poor. Many people under the poverty line have been financially affected by the epidemic. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers join hands with entrepreneurs to provide 20,000 care packages for impoverished residents.
Apa yang kita bisa berbuat di mana aja, kapan saja, yang penting bisa berbuat baik, yaitu nasib di tangan Tuhan semua itu. Yang penting etika kita baik, berikan cinta kasih untuk manusia semua gitu.
Indonesia Tzu Chi volunteers are maintaining social distances while working as a team. Putting on protective gear, the volunteers are packing supplies which will be delivered to residents financially affected by the epidemic.
Gak ada khawatir, itu bohong.
I would be lying if I say that I am not worried. We do not need to panic. The Master has taught us to do the right thing, continue to do good deeds, and contribute to society.
Just do it gitu.
There are a lot of people who need Tzu Chi's help. If we don't do anything because we are afraid of the epidemic, we'll feel bad as well. So I feel very blessed being able to give of myself like this. Thank you.
During the epidemic time, Tzu Chi volunteers' 6-day supply distribution brings love and warmth to the people in need. With Malaysia's movement restriction order, the daily lives of Tzu Chi care recipients are greatly affected. People with disabilities also face the problem of food shortage. After receiving a call for help, Tzu Chi volunteers in Penang went to the market to buy food and send it directly to the person in need. An emergency subsidy was also provided.
Malaysia's restriction of movement order has been extended. Tzu Chi volunteers tried their best to complete the mission after receiving a call for help.
Most of our care recipients have mobility issues. It is not convenient for them to go out for purchase, and there is also no transportation for their family members to come out. So what we can do is to give them some food and care.
If you cannot go out, then we will go in. This is Tzu Chi volunteers' perseverance during this epidemic.
Mary is a disabled person. Her boss drove her out to sell recyclables. During this period, her boss also lost her job, and she has to pay the rental fee, and there is no more food at home. So she called us for helping her to buy some food.
Because I'm getting daily pay, I get paid every day if I work every day. Last week, I didn't have work, so I didn't get money. Yesterday, we had rice served with vegetable soup. There are potato, carrots, and tomatoes. It's more convenient to eat directly as lunch and dinner. I'm very grateful for Tzu Chi to give me aid subsidy and bring me food and daily necessities. Thank you so much.
What went with the fresh food ingredients, daily necessities, and emergency subsidies was a peace of mind.
The president of South Africa announced that the national movement restriction order will be extended until the end of April. As soon as the Tzu Chi volunteers in South Africa learned of the news, they immediately prepared 2,000 packages for care recipients. In order to maintain social distancing, they chose to pack boxes outdoors.
The supplies are placed outdoors on the lawn. South Africa has extended movement restriction orders for another 2 weeks. Worried about the worsening quality of life for care recipients, volunteers mobilized quickly to pack food supplies.
The local community has been hungry for a long time. They are very short of food, so we are sending this first to local communities.
One person is responsible for tidying up with tape, and another person is responsible for sticking on stickers. Then other people will pick up these things that have been properly bundled and bring them into the warehouse one at a time.
Each package contains nutritious food, especially cornmeal, which is regarded as a staple food by local residents, which can relieve hunger.
We have Tzu Chi brothers and sisters who secure 2,000 different care packages. Each package has oil, salt, sugar, beans, and corn flour.
20 Tzu Chi volunteers divided up these duties, working diligently with locals who also helped out to distribute these goods to people in need.
So the Indonesia chapter continued to donate epidemic prevention supplies to organizations in urgent need. The supplies included protective clothing, goggles, masks, and testing reagents, which were then sent to hospitals, police force, and volunteers for epidemic prevention.
Tzu Chi Indonesian chapter has donated some epidemic prevention supplies to the Naneto Unama, including 1,000 testing reagents, 300 pieces of protective clothing, 300 pairs each of protective gloves and protective shoes, 150 goggles, and 600 medical masks for distribution to different medical institutions.
Kejadian COVID-19.
In the face of this epidemic, Tzu Chi Indonesian chapter wants to cooperate with Nahdlatul Ulama because they can send out timely assistance.
Sangat mulia dan sangat gesit ya, gesit dalam ikut serta dalam penanganan COVID-19. Ada beberapa
We have prepared some epidemic prevention supplies to be sent to the hospitals under Nahdlatul Ulama or those private hospitals which have not received the government's assistance because they are responsible for treating patients diagnosed with COVID-19.
Dan ini terbukti hari ini kita bersama-sama dengan teman-teman dari Tzu Chi.
Today we're going to donate anti-epidemic supplies with our friend Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter together. This helps draw closer our ethnic and religious relationship.
Sudah melakukan langkah-langkah yang sangat strategis untuk penguatan nilai kemanusiaan ini.
This is not the first assistance. You have already given us much help before. Yet this is the second assistance regarding this epidemic.
The assistance is to fight against COVID-19 and also prevent the epidemic from spreading. Frontline staff are one of the targets that Tzu Chi and Naneto Unama joined hands to care for.
Master Zheng Yan appealed to everyone to help people in need. Tzu Chi mission of education, including teachers and students at Tzu Chi University, Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology, and other Tzu Chi schools and kindergartens work together to inspire love to help people in need.
Everyone is holding a coin bag to pour out their love at the Tzu Chi University affiliated high school. The money these students save from one drink or one cookie can also be used to help people in need. Everyone makes a wish to respect little animals or to protect the earth. Kindergarteners also sing their prayers and to respect the heaven and the earth with their pure hearts. Professors and the students of the Tzu Chi University also give their love and learn to reflect on themselves.
This period is a very important time for our education, our living education, life education, and environment education. We should learn to create blessing and reduce our desire for meat.
During this epidemic, we must learn to be humble.
We're all very fortunate and also capable to help other people, so we should do it. I feel the society also needs this power of kindness.
Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology has begun to add more dishes since March 9th to encourage its staff and students to carry out a vegetarian diet. And it's been 1 month, and the university hopes that they can pass on this blessing to the medical staff on the front lines.
Tzu Chi Foundation is 54 years old. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital prepared desserts and brought them back to the Jing Si Abode. They made cakes and cookies for Master Zheng Yan and the monastics. They also wish all Tzu Chi volunteers peace and auspiciousness.
里面的小的这些灰碗，那里面是柠檬汁，有糖，有椰奶。
Under the guidance of the nutritionist, the medical team split into groups to make desserts. They do not know anything about baking because they are always busy with clinical work, but they are very attentive to every step.
要做漂亮很困难。
跟开
开刀比起来谁比较难？
These two types of desserts have messages. The butterfly cookies look like a loving heart, which represents the purest love, auspiciousness, and harmony, while 999 Madeleine cakes were made to represent endless missing.
要祝福上人法体安康。那我们今天做的2个点心呢？
We want to wish the Master good health. Today we have made 2 types of desserts. One means we want to follow the Master forever. The second one means we hope to follow the Master continuously. We are grateful to the Master for teaching
很
us.
感恩上人教导我们。
These desserts are specially made with lesser sugar and without milk and eggs, so the monastics can enjoy them.
一般市面上蛋糕它一定含有鸡蛋，那我们希望能够做出一个。
Normally, for the cakes sold in the market are made with eggs. We wanted to make a cake without eggs, so we have slightly modified the ingredients. We hope to bake a cake without eggs, but with the texture of an ordinary cake.
This year is Tzu Chi's 54th anniversary. The medical team made desserts to express everyone's love and gratitude to Master Zheng Yan and the monastics in the Jing Si Abode.
With the spread of COVID-19 epidemic, more people are willing to change their eating habits to become vegetarian. In Zhongli, a pair of young sisters opened a vegetarian restaurant because they love animals. Although the owner knew nothing about cooking, she invited a city volunteer to teach her vegetarian cooking. Now she has even designed a menu for the restaurant that especially attracts young people.
煮菜，然后让它6个是一样的。
很感动，就是有人可以这么用心的付出，就是他的目的不是在盈利，就是为了要让大家知道，就是这么好吃又健康美味的蔬食。
Breaking the general public's impression of a vegetarian buffet restaurant, this restaurant has a hipster style. The owners are 2 young sisters. They opened this restaurant because they can't bear to kill animals.
我们每一天汲汲营营的，都是为我们的下一代。
Every day we work hard for our next generation. I think every sentient being should do the same. So I think in the pursuit of our own happiness, if we can also have more concern on animals' happiness, it will be a beautiful world for all beings.
一个美好世界，手一定是在这样是平的，没关系，不用怕，这样子下去，他绝对不会去切到手。
In order to accomplish her dream, Yang Cui Yi was very determined. Although she knew nothing about cooking, she specially invited a Tzu Chi volunteer to teach her to cook vegetarian food.
It's not easy to cook tasty vegetarian food and not easy for everyone to accept it. But the main point is we need to do it diligently.
我们要用心。 因为这个季节来都差不多了。
Apart from cooking, she also followed the volunteer to go to the market to learn how to choose good cooking ingredients.
This bag of mushroom is quite fresh. You see the surface of the mushroom. It's dry. Don't choose the wet one, which is not good.
黏黏的就不好。
Her mother, who originally disagreed with her to open the restaurant, now became her best helper in the restaurant.
When I finish chanting sutras in the morning and evening every day, I will pray that all people can be free from the epidemic. I also appeal to all sentient beings to respect lives.
众生能够尊重生命。
When I eat here, I don't worry if vegetarian food contains less nutrition. I came here to eat every day, so there won't be any burden on my body. Also, I'm very happy.
After this epidemic happened, I think that it is better to go meatless.
Embracing vegetarianism is the most direct way to respect lives. Also, a new concept of environmentally friendly eating habit. We invite you to enter this blessed vegetarian era together.
10-year-old vegetarian Chai Yin-shan insists on being a vegetarian because she loves animals. In addition to being energetic, she also likes to share her experience of eating vegetarian food with others.
On social media, 10-year-old Xie Yixian shared a video of her discussing her vegetarian experience.
Why don't you be a vegetarian? You can save a small animal if you eat a vegetarian meal once in a while. Isn't that good? They nodded, and then I knew it didn't work again, so I stopped and waited until next time to talk about it.
She dared to speak a person who is 34-year-old. Sometimes when there is a chance, she will seize it and persuade others.
Yisan was a vegetarian baby. Growing up in Tzu Chi family, she has compassion since young. Not harming small animals is her motivation to embrace vegetarianism.
Both of us are Tzu Chi volunteers. When we go out, we bring her since there's nobody at home. I think the impact of environment on children should be great.
There's nobody around her, including her cousin, that embraces vegetarianism. Even though she is the only one, she can still be very persistent.
Imagine if you are a little animal and born with the fates of being slaughtered for food. Aren't you very sad and pitiful? If you don't eat it, even though it is already killed, as long as you don't eat it, you will kill one less.
Dispelling the belief that a meatless diet is less nutritious, Yisan is energetic and her attitude toward learning and self-discipline are also noticed by her teacher.
I think she is a very active little girl. You can find that she is very focused during class. She has strong curiosity. I quite admire her perseverance as she can be vegetarian when she is so young.
You must have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you won't have the motivation. You need to continue to work hard if you do not accomplish your goal.
Respecting lives firmly, this little girl calls on everyone to inspire kindness.
你只要不谈一时的口欲，你就可以分分钟就到一些正准备要被杀的小动物。所以希望大家可以来跟我一起吃素。
Due to COVID-19 epidemic, San Francisco has implemented a law requiring residents to wear fabric masks or cover their mouth with scarves. Today, volunteers made fabric masks and delivered them to the fire station as well as their Dharma families. Many people expressed their gratitude for these volunteers.
Thank you.
谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，幸福了。专程送到家里来，非常非常感恩。这三人组啊。
As San Francisco implements the new law, local volunteers have been making fabric masks.
这100个要送去哪里的？消防局。
We want to make sure that we're saving our N95 and surgical masks for emergency responses. This will help us meet that goal.
TC Fndn has sent a fabric from Taiwan. San Francisco volunteers sold the fabric masks. The printing factory is making the stickers quickly.
We need the fabric masks. You've worked hard. We have felt your love. Thank you.
He's the emergency service director of the Red Cross. Since he's over 65 years old, he cannot go out. So we are sending the fabric mask to him.
The volunteers send or deliver the fabric masks with their best wishes.
保持6尺的距离哦。是啊，得用也拿不到啊。好啦，谢谢。
During this critical period, they still deliver these fabric masks to me. Really, I'm very grateful.
I'm grateful that Tzu Chi is giving me a fabric mask as I'm a nurse. I will use it well.
You are so thoughtful. You deliver it even when it rains.
During the epidemic, the volunteers deliver fabric masks and warm up people's hearts. As the COVID-19 epidemic continues, it is impacting the arts and culture industry. Many people do not dare to go to movies, theaters, or listen to live music. Fortunately, since 1991, Taiwan has legislated the existence of public art outside public buildings and major government projects. This means the public can still enjoy this public art.
Public art is often interpreted differently by members of the public, often colored by their own life experience. The new Taipei substation has a piece of artwork that has inspired the imagination of many passers-by. Actually, few know that public art originated from the 1933 Great Depression in the United States.
The United States encountered the Great Depression at the time of President Roosevelt, so they regarded public art as part of national policy, hoping to use art to revitalize the national economy. After many years, we first started to include public art in 1992 as a part of our culture and art discussion. It has a great importance as when we build a government building, you must put 1% of the funds into public art. This gives a softer edge to the new infrastructure.
In fact, since 2014, the Taipei building hopes to integrate everyday life and energy issues through the use of art to draw attention to the environment. Because Taipei was negatively viewed by the public, it was determined to make a change.
Before 2014, we had many losses as international oil prices rose, but it couldn't upwardly adjust the electricity rates. There was some misunderstanding with the public, and as some of our colleagues would go out to buy breakfast, and some breakfast shops would not sell to them. This was our lowest point. At that point, our leadership and our staff all wanted to make a change. We hope to transform the company through public art and draw the public closer to us.
This 27-story building is famous for its wind, which blows up women's skirts. This especially happens in winter when the wind is strong and some thin girls even have trouble walking and standing up.
Near the building, this strong wind may also cause damage to passersby. After a scientific analysis, they simulated how to solve the wind danger, deciding to build a sort of virtual river wind that would stretch about 120 meters to block the wind.
Public art such as sunbathing and floating river collected 241 discarded street lamps from different eras and locations.
The street lamps are actually from different places and countries, as we collected and recycled all of them. We really cherish them and kept them in our homes for a long time to represent the fact that such cherished objects will light up memories of home and at the same time resemble a sun-like image.
Public art also has some unexpected benefits. Wang Yuling, the general manager of an art company who helped draft the public art policy in the early years, recalled that courts could be like museums with artworks helping open people's hearts.
When I was selecting works at that time, I actually hoped that I could show the truth, goodness, and beauty to people, as well as show them justice. The main litigation cases at the time were divorces and quarrels with the neighbor next door or labor disputes. Some may spend a year or two for the trial and mediation, and when they sit there, they may start to appreciate these artworks with their mood changing. Then they may feel that life is beautiful.
Adding some warmth to cold legal courts can benefit everyone as the public sector has been transformed by art, which is now a bridge to communicate with others and close the distance between the hearts of people.
To mark Tzu Chi Foundation's 54th anniversary, the management personnel of Tzu Chi affiliates made breakfast at the Jing Si Abode. The delicious food comes with their best wishes for the Dharma families. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.